What is up, guys? Happy Monday. It's your boy Stas here. I appreciate you all for tuning in. As always, as Sofi and the entire market right now, well, we're moving. Not too crazy, but Sofi's up, 1.5%, as every index is up as well. Again, not too crazy, but the Qs are up 0.3%, SPY's up about 0.25%, Dow's up 0.1, 0.2, and the Russell's more so at break even, pretty much up, 0.03%, as Bitcoin is trying to break through 70K, up around 4%. The VIX is up 2%. So let's do a quick rundown here on the indices, what's going on with Sofi. They actually got a downgrade this morning. We'll talk about that very briefly, not too important there. But yeah, hit the like button, consider subscribing, join the Patreon if you guys want to keep up with my portfolio updates, all that good stuff, private Discord, check it out, link down below. And now let's talk. So Sofi on this downgrade news, funny enough, let's see who downgraded them. Or no, they didn't downgrade them. They lowered the price target. My fault, guys. They maintained their rating, which is an equal weight rating, Barclays, that is, and they lowered their target to $18 per share. Actually, wait, that was a big drop in their price target. It looks like here Barclays analyst Terry Ma maintains Sofi rating at an equal weight, like I said, and lowered the price target from $28 a share to $18 per share. So that's quite a reduction in the share price target there. Sofi's running. It's not, at this point, it can't go any lower, in my opinion. It could, obviously, but it's beaten up so much, 50, 60% down, that a little downgrade in price or price target lowering, it's not going to move the stock down as maybe it would have if the stock was at like 30 a share or something. That vast of a price drop from a big firm might have maybe scared investors a bit, but it's like, oh, we're down so much already, 50%, whatever, So at this point, you can see Sofi did run out of the gate. It's about 11 a.m. when I'm making this video. We opened at 1580, 90 in that ballpark, and we hit 1645. That was a 3-4% move out of the gate, and we then saw a drawdown. Now we're trying to fight back over this 50 moving average, which we're noticing a bit of a wedge here. It looks like it wants to break out in the short term on this intraday chart. There it goes, 16, 14, 15. It's trying to get out of there, and it kind of looks like it wants to. And if we look here on this 30-minute time frame, we have this cup and handle starting to play out. We have a cup right here, handle right here. You're seeing we're, trying to get through that 1630 again. We did this morning. Now we're back under it, trying to break back through. That, if that breaks, boom, this cup and handle plays out. And Sofi, just like that, man, especially if the market catches a big bid later, who knows? After Trump speaks at 1 p.m. East Coast time, news conference, maybe the market runs a bit. Sofi, I'm not saying today, but who knows? Maybe today. I doubt it. But over the coming days, this cup and handle, if it plays out, boom, next gap to fill, 17, 1740, right in that window, So I'm watching it closely here in the very short term, as I am every day, guys, right? There's not a day where I don't watch the charts on the stock, and that's why we do videos all the time. We do these almost daily updates at this point, and we have been here. So let me set my alert at $16.50. Actually, no, let me lower that. Let me put that down to like 1630. Mark is at or above. And yeah, if we take that out, cup and handle, boom. I think we're going to go 1750 in the short term. And even if that happens, guys, it's not like the downtrend is going to be broken. We're still going to be in an overall downtrend. I'm not saying we're going to fully rip out of there, but in the short term, that's a tradable move here. If the market, boom, catches some more heat or fire, or catches fire later today, maybe tomorrow, hypothetically, right? Keep your eyes on that move. So right now we have all these indices moving, like I said in the intro, guys, and you'll notice we have cup and handles on all these indices. It's not just on Sofi, which is obviously a stock, but if we're looking at SPY, this ETF that tracks the S&P. You guys know that. The cups right here and the handles right here. 660 is about to test. I've been talking about this, and the Qs, you're seeing it as well. It's trying to break through. In fact, it tried earlier this morning. We hit 590, got rejected. Now we're at 587. So we need to break through that point. And if we do, guys, yeah, I think we might see some move, a decent move in the short term up. But again, it all comes down to 1 p.m. East Coast time, guys, and what transpires after that, which we'll try and make another video later today, maybe tomorrow, talking about that. So let's see some individual stocks here. I talked about Nebius. I think that was on Saturday, and we called that out. It's up 3%. Nebius is moving here, clearly trying to continue the uptrend. You're noticing with today's move, we're back over 110. We're breaking through these moving averages, and essentially what we talked about on Saturday is now playing out. So NBIS, I'm watching very closely. Full disclosure, I'm not in that one. I am in Micron, which is looking pretty good this morning, up around 3.5%. I think I mentioned in my previous video, maybe if it touched 400 today, I would take profits, or tomorrow for a quick trade there. But we're holding tight for now. It's looking pretty good. The fact that we've recovered back over, first of all, 350 and this 50 moving average, that's a great sign for the bulls. The fact that we broke through those points. Now I'd love to see if we fill that gap to 400. Do we take out this 180 moving average? If so, that's where a big move's coming, and that's where I'm really looking to lock in profits. But again, part of me is like, maybe I should take the quick game at 400, but I think that would be cutting it too soon, lose too soon, in my opinion. So let's see what else is moving this morning, guys. Let's see here. We have Coinbase moving. That's obvious because crypto's moving. Toast is up, which I sold covered calls on. I've been doing that every month, here on Toast. I think it's a great company. You guys know all about Toast. You should, at least, if you've been watching my videos. I think it's a phenomenal restaurant management software platform long term. They're just in the restaurant space, and they're dominating that space, growing nicely. Love the management team. Love the founder CEO. So yeah, Toast, I'm long. I am down, but I'm selling covered calls right around my average cost, 32, 33 a share, and it's looking pretty good. I've been collecting premium, and I'm going to continue to do that here. And ultimately, it's going to break out. It's inevitable, but we just have to be patient. That's what it's like in the stock market, guys. It's the name of the game. And Robinhood's one that I want to nibble, but I'm like, man, let's see if this triangle plays out. This descending triangle that you guys see. Clearly, we have support at $70. We're making lower highs into that support. Let's see if it gives. If we break through there, we might be going lower into that, buy zone where I want to load up on Robinhood, right in this pocket right here, 45, between 45, 60 a share. It's a load the boat for me. I don't know about you guys. So let me know your thoughts. Quick video for today. I'll be in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you guys want to join or see these videos more often. And if you want to join the Patreon, where I'm posting my private portfolio updates, all that stuff linked down below. Check it out, pinned in the comments as well, or go to stasrfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.